What's up? I'm Steve at By the People, and with all the crazy things going on in the world today, I just want to take a moment to share with you a simple way to make some cheap video lighting to improve your lighting situation. This video is for those of you like me who have a very low budget for YouTube videos. My wife prefers that I take care of the kids first, so the bulk of my income goes there. And as you have seen, or if you're new, can see, my lighting situation leaves a lot to be desired. I'm currently using either my overhead light which looks like this, my borrowed son's bedroom light, and as you can see, if you're new or one of my returning subscribers, things just don't quite look right. Okay, first you need a cheap extension cord, 2 wire nuts, electrical tape, a handyman light bulb socket, a light reflector. I got mine for 50 cents at a flea market. Some string or wire. I prefer wire because I think it's easier to work with. An LED daylight light bulb, preferably 100 watt. A cheap clamp, and a white sheet or thin t-shirt. That's a white, or in this case mostly white t-shirt. That will help to take some of the glare out of the light. A utility knife is handy to help strip wire, and something to cut the wires with, or the extension cord in this case, and my wire. You should be able to pick up those basic supplies for under 20 bucks. The first thing you want to do is get, now you can use scissors, or these are called metal shears, or wire cutters, whatever. Cut the top of the extension cord off. Now when you do, make sure you pay attention to which side has the bigger slot, and which side has the smaller slot. The bigger slot is called your negative side, and it will match up with your plug like this. This is your negative side on the plug, which also fits into the larger hole. Easy way to do that is after you could do this before you cut the cord, but you can split the wire, or rather the insulation on the wire. You can use your scissors to do this if you don't have a utility knife. And just separate it out a little bit like that. And you can get a small piece of tape. In this case I have electrical tape. And you can put the black piece on the positive piece of wire, or the piece that wasn't the negative side of the wire. That way you don't have to worry about it. It keeps it separated. Or if you do forget, just follow the cord down to the bottom. Make sure you have it on the right side. That way you can connect your temporary handyman light bulb socket with the black wire going to the positive side and the white wire going to the negative side. That will make sure it operates properly. Now if you're afraid of electricity, you might not want to try this, but it's pretty easy to do. Next I want to separate this out a little further so I have a little more room to work with. Then I want to trim back the insulation on this wire just a little bit. So you can take knife, grab a steak knife if you don't have a utility knife, or if your scissors are dull, and just cut around the outside of the insulation, pull the top off like that, and do the same thing on the other side. Now remove that tape for a second. Again, don't worry about it if you forget, just look at where the cord plugs in and you can figure out which side is which. If you forget and screw it up, it's not a big deal. Pull the insulation off of both sides of the wire, twist the strands together so they're not hanging out all over the place. Then take your light. I happen to know this was the correct side. Put your black wire on the positive side, twist the two strands together like that. And you can also get your wire nuts, twist it down onto the wire, and that helps hold them together. And then do the negative wire. Connect those like that. They're nice and tight. Take some electrical tape, start below where you connected the two wires, and wrap it upward, up and over your wire nut. That helps hold it in place. That way when you move it around, it's less likely to come off and give you a nice zap. Then do the other side. Do them separately. That way if the tape separates, the wires don't come in contact with each other. It's safer that way, trust me. Now that they're isolated, you can go one more step and twist the two together. That just keeps them from moving around. And again, it's less likely that the wire will become exposed and shock you or somebody else. Now it's time to take your light reflector, put it over your light bulb socket, and screw in. And remember, we want to use 100-watt daylight light bulb. Screw it in and plug it in to make sure it works. There. Looks like it's on okay. Now that it works, unplug it. Now we can take a sheet or a thin white t-shirt, drape it over the top, pull it tight so you remove any ripples in it. This is why I like wire. I can get a piece of wire. Craft wire is fine, whatever. This was some scrap I had from a yard project. Pull it tight, wrap the wire around it, and with the wire I can just pull it right off, untwist it. Hide my wife's shirt before she knows I took it. Whatever. In this case, I'll use my giant shears because I can. Cut the wire, and now it's ready for action. Before I forget, I can take that cheap clamp that I got, and if I just need an additional light support, I can take it like this, and I can clamp it to the light shade, use it like that. This is on the bottom if I want to light upward. And now I can take this clamp, and if I want to, I can clamp it around the post like that, and I could set this down on it. I could take a piece of wire and wrap it on there. If I wanted it at a different height, I could move it around. I could also clamp this onto a tripod if I wanted, so it makes it versatile. So I can use this clamp or a combination of clamps to change the angle or put it on the tripod and use it in different ways. Now let's see how it looks. There. Now let me know what you think. I think I like this better than this or this. Make sure you like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.